I feel like with the veil at its thinnest, today is the perfect day to wrap up my Persephone dress, the project that I have been working on since July. And this just feels like a perfect day to kind of close it out. Good morning, y'all. I am Chelsea, the content creator and designer behind Knitting Tipsy, and today we are going to wrap up my summer romance crochet along project, which I'm calling the Persephone dress. Now, if you want to see the reason for creating this, the inspiration, photos, books that I talked about, I'm going to link in the description below the first video. It's the only other video for this dress, although I do think I talked about this dress in some of my Show Us Your Knits episodes. Those are my blog style videos where I share what I'm working on each month. But I think we're going to wrap this dress up today. Now, when we last spoke, I'm not even sure when we last spoke about this dress, but I'll give you a brief background so that you know what the hell I'm talking about. So back in July, my beautiful, wonderful friend Clarissa Beth of Crochet Cakes, she and another maker host the Summer Romance Crochet Along. This is a crochet along or a make along. All fiber arts are welcome, where they celebrate a specific genre of romance, like a subgenre, and you get to create projects based off of it. You can get as creative as you want. I know some people have made like socks inspired by characters or inspired by colors. People have done shawls that just kind of evoke the subgenre. Clarissa Beth this year herself, she actually made one of my patterns. She did my Malibu Barbie bralette, and she did it in this amazing like jungle army green, which was perfect for both the genre and the book that she picked. The subgenre this year was enemies to lovers. And I think the book, I can't remember the name of it, I'll put it here. But the book that she used, it was like, I think an alien jungle romance. So the top was perfect for it. Enemies to lovers is definitely one of my favorite top 5 subgenres in the romance category. If you go look at that first video, I talk about several different characters that I was thinking of creating a garment for, but what I ended up going with was Hades and Persephone. Now, if we look just at the Greek myths, Hades, king of the underworld, Persephone, a goddess of spring, the daughter of Demeter, and she's meant to stay a maiden her whole life. She's going to be promised to the temple of Athena, and she is kidnapped by Hades and taken to the underworld, where she becomes his queen. And Demeter was so upset that her daughter was taken away that she wouldn't allow the plants to grow, and darkness and cold came to the earth. And that's when we have fall and winter. And then the bargain was struck that she would spend half the year with Hades in the underworld and half the year with her mother in the, I don't know, mortal realm or Mount Olympus? I'm not sure. I should really look into the actual Greek traditions more. But that's when we get our spring and summer. Now, you know, this is kind of what we get from it, that she was kidnapped. If we look at that, that's not very romantic, you know, like that's actually really shitty and really terrible. And I think one of the awesome things about Persephone as a goddess, if you're into the witchy shit, is that this is horrifically traumatic. You know, the idea of being kidnapped and taken and made to be someone's bride. But through it, she really discovered her power. She became incredibly powerful. She became a witch. She owned it, and she became queen of the underworld and the goddess of death and rebirth. So she's kind of this dichotomous goddess where she's both the maiden, the epitome of innocence and springtime beauty. And then she's also the badass, like crawled through the flames and the fires and is owning herself now as the goddess of the underworld. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't be two things at the same time. Now, what I love, because, you know, that's horrific, and I would love to envision it more as some of the stories that are out there about Hades and Persephone, that this was more of a consensual kidnapping. Bear with me. There are so many amazing Hades and Persephone retellings. A few of my favorites are Lore Olympus. This is kind of comic book style or anime style. It is a modern retelling of Hades and Persephone. It's lots of trigger warnings, not necessarily for hate, well, like for their characters together. It's beautiful. The art work is absolutely gorgeous and stunning, but the story itself is so moving, and talk about, there's quite a bit of consent in their relationship, and it's beautiful, and the idea of how she came to the underworld and how their relationship develops. And yeah, I love it. Definitely a modern retelling. There is another story that I just finished up probably last month, or did I finish it in August or September? I'm not sure. But it was Dead of Spring by Colette Rhodes. I've read lots of Colette Rhodes stories, and I love her. I love her writing. She's very entertaining. I think maybe this was one of her earlier works, but this is a more true to the story, and it takes place like in our ancient Greek times, retelling of Hades and Persephone. I loved it. I loved it. I think it really kind of held strong to that he does kidnap her, which is not good. But the relationship that kind of develops, and that this does become a love match, and that she is still discovering her power, and it's actually in the underworld and being allowed to be her true self that she discovers her power. It was really great. And those are the kinds of Hades and Persephone enemies to lovers tales that I really enjoy. Like, yeah, they were enemies at first and he kidnapped her, and that's terrible. And in real life, we don't want that. But in this world where this romance blooms, and yeah, it's pretty great. I'll throw out there one more. I know I talked about this a lot, but if you like audiobooks and you like spicy audiobooks, you should check out the Dipsea app. Put it here. The Dipsea app is really great. It's basically audio erotica. You're listening to, the stories themselves are long, but you get them in like little chapters. The narrators are incredible. They do such a good job picking out, because that's what we want, right? Like, the story is really the voices. And they have amazing narrators, like acting skills, wonderful, voices, so sexy. And the stories are, this is all about the spice. There's definitely great plot, but like the plot is also spice kind of thing. They have lots of modern things, like they have cowboy romances. They have some romantasy if you're into werewolves and vampires. They have lots of like workplace and school and different modern kind of settings. Lots of different kinks, no matter what you're into, there's something there. And voices, you can choose kind of the setup of the relationship that you want. Do you want male, female? Do you want non-binary? Do you want female, female? Do you want female, male, male? There's lots of different options. You can even have you as part of it, where you are like a participating player in this story. It's really good. But they have a series that is called Forbidden Fruit, and it is a Hades and Persephone retelling. It's incredible. It's so good. Lots of consent. If you're into consent, chef's kiss. We should all be into consent, by the way. But like, it's really great. And he does kidnap her, but it's with her consent. It's just this beautiful idea that like she's had all this pressure. She's finally becoming a goddess on Mount Olympus, but she knows she's not really who she is. And he offers her a way out, and she takes it. And that's the story that I want to believe in. It really is. So, long intro there, but that is the reason that I chose Hades and Persephone. I love their story, if we go the romantic style. I just love that idea of being so dichotomous, that you can be soft and sweet and all things springtime, and then you can also be dark and rageful and, you know, the night and death and rebirth. It's really awesome. I love that about Persephone. So this dress has taken me a long time. I've had other projects that have come up and I've just had to put it down. I had a few times where I wasn't sure if I actually was liking the dress, so it would sit in timeout for a little bit. And we are at the point where the crocheting of the dress is finished. Without further ado, I'm going to show you the pieces for the dress and talk about the construction of the dress a little bit. I will do a try on and then we will add the final elements together. Okay, so when I started envisioning this dress, I knew the yarn I wanted to use before I even picked my characters. So I will show you what I have left of the yarn. Oh, okay. So this is all the yarn that I have left. I think I had 3 skeins of this beautiful fingering weight colorway. This is called Barbie World by the Little Wolf Knits. So pinks and purples with little pops of green. You can see why I chose a springtime theme. It's absolutely beautiful. And then this is the same colorway, but on a different base. This is her Sunfish base, which is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. And then this base is called Bowie, but again, it's Barbie World. And Bowie is a baby Surrey alpaca and silk blend. It is so soft. If you're somebody who can't do mohair like me, I think mohair is beautiful. It's so itchy to me. It's so itchy. This is so incredibly soft. It's not itchy at all. I wear it in Florida, not on like 90-degree beach days, but I can wear this in Florida and even sweat a little bit and it doesn't make me want to like rip my skin off. So these just look so gorgeous together. And again, by the Little Wolf Knits. So yes, I started with that yarn and then when I chose Persephone, it all kind of came into play. So I then started thinking like, what would my Persephone dress look like? And I wanted it to be like both sweet and sexy. Like I wanted it to have some elements of some witchiness because in the witchy world, Persephone is considered one of the first witches. Through that horrific trauma, you know, she finds her power and she becomes a witch, a goddess. So I wanted it to have a little bit of like some witch core elements and I had some ideas for ways to make it turn a little darker and a little more Queen of the Underworld because that colorway is very spring. So let me show you what I came up with. First, I'll pop in a few pictures. I'll do a video try on in just a little bit, but let me pop up a few pictures. Ah! I love it so much. Now, my thought for this dress was to have a corseted top that was kind of booby décolletage and I don't know, is the sweetheart neckline. I really wanted that. I wanted it to be strapless and to stay up on its own. So you'll see in here there is some wire, which worked out really well. I do, like there's still, I don't know if you can see here, but it pokes out at the bottom a little bit. I have an easy way to hide it, but I would love to learn more about using wire in fiber crafts and maybe some better ways to do it. This is totally fine for my purposes, but yeah, maybe some better ways. I also think I could have used a stiffer wire that might have been helpful too, but the wire that I used was totally fine. I got it in the jewelry making section at Joann's. So we have the back and it is corseted. I used some bikini strap elastic that I got on Amazon. If you don't want to make these straps on your own, like the necktie straps or the hip straps, you can just buy them on Amazon and it's great. So I've used that as the tie in this pretty pink colorway. There is elastic around the waist that comes down and I love it because it gives it a slightly lower back from the corset in the back, which I think is really cool. The only ends I have yet to weave in are these, I guess, and on the cups, but you're not going to be able to see those, are the elastics here. And that's because I actually like to not weave them in if I know they're going to tuck and stay out of the way, because this makes it an adjustable dress. So if I lose weight or gain weight, which is totally normal in a body, I can cinch this a little tighter or I can loosen it up a little bit. And I just tie it in a bow and tuck it under and you can't even see it. I do like that it has elastic here. For the corset itself, I used just the sunfish base, the fingering base, and I love how it really like pops out with all those bright colors. But then in the skirt, I wanted it to be soft and airy and lightweight. So I alternated between rows of the Surrey and rows of the fingering weight. I used a really simple like V-stitch pattern construction, and I think it turned out really great. The vision for this dress was honestly to have it floor length. But I realized I was not going to have enough yarn to do it floor length and to make the witchy sleeves, and I really wanted the witchy sleeves. So I opted to turn this into a baby doll dress. I stopped so that it wasn't, I could add more length. Like I have enough yarn, I could add a couple more inches. But the dress right now is at that really great baby doll length. Like it's short, not too short in my opinion. It's short, shows like the perfect amount of leg for me. And if I added more length, I just feel like it'd be awkward. It would be like knee length, and that doesn't feel as sexy for me in my body, my preferences. So I do love the length that I have achieved here. And again, it does stay up on its own, which is pretty cool. With the wiring, I am going to sew in these cups. I free boob it a lot. I'm not a big bra wearer, but I do like the shaping that the cup allows, because all breasts are beautiful, and I tend to have breasts that kind of go whoop, like kind of like a nose, like a fox nose. That's just the shape of my breasts. They're not perfectly round. Many breasts are not perfectly round. So adding this cup just makes it so that like the top isn't quite going like this. It's a little rounder and has more structure. So I am going to sew these pads in. Where did I get these? I pulled them out of a sports bra. I fucking hate these sew them in. Like if you're gonna put them in a sports bra or in a bra, like a bralette, in a bathing suit, sew them in so that they don't do like this, and then and even that, like sometimes they bend and then you get that awkward line in your bathing suit. It's silly. They should be sewn in or left out entirely. That is my personal opinion. For this dress, I am going to pin it and sew them in like so. And I think that will give it a nice round shape to the bosom. The sleeves were really fun to make. Originally, I was gonna have these kind of attached to the dress with like a chain or something, but I kind of like having them not attached because then I get multiple dresses in one. I can wear the sleeves and get that, you know, the witchy fun look with the wide bell. But if I want to just wear this as like, I think this is totally wearable as just like a little baby doll dress for springtime and summer, I can do that. And if I want to like add some of the witchiness to it, then I toss on the sleeves, and I think it looks really cool even though it's not attached. I will say something I'm considering doing. I wove in the ends. I'm like, damn it, I should have done a try on first. I sized down my hook to what I thought I had used for what I had used for the fingering weight here. I think I went down like a half size in my hook, and it's pretty tight. I wanted to wear it around like my high upper arm, but yeah, let me see if I can put this up. It's a little snug up there. It ends up leaving a line. Like if I take it, it's not like uncomfortable in the sense that I'm like, ow, my arm hurts, but I dislike that it really kind of holds on tight to where I want my arm up here. So if I wear it a little lower, then it fits perfectly fine. And it's honestly even witchier because I feel like the sleeve kind of covers my knuckles there, which is very fun. So still get this really fun belled look, even though it's a little bit lower, and it's still right at kind of the decrease of the cups on the side. So I don't think it looks silly to wear it a little bit lower. It's just not where I had intended. I will say I have not blocked the skirt of the dress or these sleeves, and I'm only gonna do a steam blocking. I'm not doing a wet block for this because it's Halloween, and if I didn't mention, I do intend to wear this tonight. So I'm just gonna do a gentle steam blocking, which is probably going to lengthen this out and give it just a little bit more drape and movement. So we'll see. Maybe I will end up taking that row off there so that I can make this just a little bit looser and I can wear it a little bit higher. Again, I didn't weave in the elastic here. I used a corded elastic for, that was probably another reason this is a little stiffer, for the arms, and I used a braided elastic that I feel like is more flexible in the skirt. The reason for that is that's what I had. I had more of this for my waist and booty, so that's what I used, and I had less of this, but like enough to do my arms. So I have the corded elastic, and this is a bit stiffer. So yeah, here we have the sleeves. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this on and pop on a little video for y'all here. I'm so proud of this dress and what I've created, and honestly, if I decided to just stop here and have this gorgeous witchy little baby doll dress, I would be so happy. I do feel like to make it that, again, that dichotomous goddess, there are some things that I want to add, which that is going to be what we do today. So let's talk about what we're going to add. So Persephone, goddess of spring. When you think spring, you think flowers. I have bought some flowers, and let me show you the differences here. So we have some soft pink roses. We have some very like bright and happy pink spring flowers. This is, I'll be taking them off like this. So they're not gonna be on their stems. And a few more like soft pink, very springy flowers. Got some beautiful purple flowers, which works perfectly with the yarn, that pink and purple. And we have these guys here. Then I got these black and purple flowers. So we're getting more into like the darker, dead flowers, Halloween style, Samhain style. And then I have these completely black flowers. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna pop all of the floral heads off. Here's another one that kind of came off. I'm gonna pop these all off. And my original thought was, when I thought I would have plenty of time, that I was gonna sew all of these on. Well, that ain't happening. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hot glue them or just use these safety pins. So they'll either be hot glued to the safety pins, or I will just use the safety pins kind of to have them on and pin them all on the dress. This is also gonna allow me, one, if I don't like how it ends up looking, or if I want to have the dress like kind of both ways, wear it this way for a while and then take them off and have it as more just a regular plain dress, I can do that. But I have about 45 of these safety pins. Some of the flowers are also gonna go on this tiara, kind of like a halo tiara that I got, completely black. I'm gonna put some of the flowers here. And I also have these skull beads that I got from Joann's. They're the Hildy and Joe brand. But these I'll probably hot glue like on the flowers or kind of spiking. I wonder if they would fit. Oh, that would be so cool if a couple of them were like spiked. Oh, I kind of love that idea. So I'll have some of these. I'm considering going to Joann's and looking for some more like skull things, florals and skulls today. It's early in the morning right now, so I do have some time, but I have my glue gun. I have some floral tape if I need it. I have some paper wraps. I don't know if that's gonna help at all. That's kind of the plan, is taking all these flowers off and seeing the arrangement. In my head, what I was picturing with the long ball gown was like the flowers would kind of cascade down maybe like over one cup and then come down, and they'd start bright and springy, and then they would go down to like the dead flowers at the bottom. I could still do that. It's just the skirt won't go to the floor like I was envisioning. This would be just to the bottom of the dress. But I'm also kind of wondering if I just want them to like be in the center and then kind of expand out. I feel like that could be really pretty too. There's going to be lots of playing with this today. And like I said, I think it's 8 o'clock in the morning right now. So I've got all day. Trick-or-treaters come at 6. I would like to potentially wear this for them. I don't know. We'll see. My husband and I think we're just going to go grab a drink or something after and then maybe do things this weekend. We have not gotten to do all of the fun Halloween-y, Samhain-y things that we wanted to with both of our healths. He got sick last week. I just finished feeling better after like a shitty few days. Our dog has been sick, so we haven't really got to do a lot of the things that we wanted. So maybe we'll go out this weekend and get to wear the outfit. Before I think about wearing them, I should probably make this thing and stop rambling to y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If I remember to film it, I will. And I will see you guys with the Goddess of the Underworld version soon. Okay, I wanted to show y'all the in process, what this is looking like in my disaster bauble of an office. It's like my whole office is just vomited. I know we cleaned it not too many weeks ago. And it's not as bad as it could be. But anyways, just don't judge me. So here we are. This is what the floor looks like right now with safety pins and all of the flowers here. And, you know, there's the disaster buckle. Ignore. Okay, back to this. I feel like this is the part of design that I'm not super great with, is like these kind of details like this. I'm always second guessing myself. So I've decided I kind of want it to be like an offset, like it's going to start on one side and then like cross over the body and go down. That's what I had in my head. Well, I have it starting at the top of the left breast cup, and then we have all of these flowers here, and now it's starting to cascade down into the purples. So I'm gonna do maybe like a pop of pink here or there, and then keep going to purple, and then at the bottom of the dress, I'm gonna do the dark purple flowers and the dark purplish black and the black flowers, and maybe do some dead leaves too at the bottom. I hope it turns out. I should probably try this on and just make sure before, because I mean I'm also a little worried what it's gonna feel like with safety pins. We're doing it for the gram. We're doing it for the costume, for the Halloween vibe. We shall see. I also should I add some to the sleeves? I don't think so. Oh, and then the headpiece. So I need to hot glue all the little skulls on, but oh my God, aren't they so cute? It's kind of Vlad the Impaler-esque. I'm going to super glue those on because right now they're just kind of like sitting on it. And then I'm going to, 2 of these purple flowers, I'm going to glue here, and then I'll fill in with some of the others. I really like the makeup that I did for technically, I think it was Kore, Kore. She's the goddess of spring. She doesn't become Persephone until she goes to the Underworld. So I need to keep that in mind. But this was my maiden kind of makeup, and I really like it. I think I did a good job. If you don't think I did, keep it to yourself. I'm gonna do some darker makeup. I have this deep purple, almost black lipstick that I was thinking could be fun. And then dark purple and black eyes. And I was like, do I want to make it kind of maybe some dark purple veins? But she's not a zombie goddess or anything. I could make her be a zombie goddess, but I think I might just try to go dark pretty, goth pretty. I'm not super great at makeup. I sometimes surprise myself and I'm like, oh my God, I did a great job. And then other times I'm like, how the fuck do people contour? Doesn't seem to sit with me. We're gonna try. So I'm feeling confident that I will finish in a few more hours. We'll have a Persephone dress. We'll have a costume. But I am really glad that I pinned these flowers on. I'll pop, if I didn't already, I'll pop in a few pictures. I just love how the dress turned out with my little photo shoot that I just did. And I like having the option that it could be that way. But who knows, maybe with the flowers it's even better. But I feel like it's very wearable without the flowers. We'll see. Anyways, I will let y'all see the final project, makeup, when everything's done in just a bit. So hang tight. Okay, y'all, we're making this short and sweet because the trick-or-treaters are on their way. And I might not even be wearing this outfit because the hubby and he's taking me out tomorrow night so I can wear it. How cool did the crown turn out? Loving it. And let me show you the full look. For all those asking, will it be a pattern? I have no idea. Maybe one day. It was a me project, but that doesn't mean that I won't turn it into a pattern or something similar because I'm in love with these sleeves. I love how the bodice turned out. I learned so much from this project too. And yeah, finished on Halloween. I'll be wearing it tomorrow on Day of the Dead, which really works out for Persephone here. Anyways, happy Halloween, blessed Samhain, happy Diwali if you celebrate. Bye, y'all. Persephone here, reporting for duty. Today is actually November 1st. I did do some filming yesterday to kind of wrap things up, but it felt so rushed. We had trick-or-treaters that were on the way, and I needed to switch costumes because I didn't want anything to happen to this because I've got Hades over here. He'll be over in a hot second, taking me out on a hot date tonight. I love, love, love how this came together. I'll pop in a few pictures too. It's so good with the witchy sleeves and the colors, and I do love how the flowers cascade down. It's not exactly the look that I had envisioned from the very beginning. I was picturing this a full ball length and there was going to be a lot more flowers, but honestly, like pinning these, I think I sat on the floor hunched over for like 2 hours and I just couldn't pin anymore. I'm glad that the dress is short because that would have been a royal pain in the ass. I would have needed more time. It's not necessarily something that I won't do again. I could definitely envision this being longer with more like of the petals instead of maybe the full flowers, maybe some pomegranates and pomegranate seeds. I think could be really cool. But I do love the final look. I switched up today's makeup too. That dark lip is really fun. It's just not quite me, so I went with more of a berry lip, and I changed my earrings to some Hex the Patriarchy. To which my husband was like, well, doesn't Hades rule the underworld? But I think we all know that Hades is a girl's girl, and he is totally down with bodily autonomy and women's rights. So, just like you, huh, baby?
That's right.
Oh my gosh, look at this. He let me put a little eyeliner on him. And we did do some blue curl gel, both because Steve was out of his hair gel, and we're kind of channeling some Lore Olympus vibes. You look so good. Thanks. My hubby cleans up super nice. Oh, no feet content. That's not for free. Yeah. Anyways, we are going out tonight. We are going to a really cool place called
Permanent Vacation.
Thank you. Permanent Vacation. It's a tiki bar, but it has it always has kind of Halloween vibes, like dark tiki bar vibes. But I think we had read that they're going to be doing some cool stuff for Halloween. So we got a really early reservation at 5 and we're going to head over there. I'm going to try to film a little bit before I wrap this up. But yeah, I'm very happy. What do you think of my outfit, baby?
I love it, baby.
You love it?
Sexy.
Oh, tough call. I think the bright red is too bright. But I'm trying to decide this red or black. Come stand next to me so I can see. Like that one. Because it kind of goes with like the berry vibes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
We're going to do it.
Okay.
Very cool. So we are going to go take some pictures outside before we leave because he loves me and he'll play dress up with me. And then we're going to head out. And like I said, I'll take you along with us. This headpiece is dangerous. I've almost impaled Steve multiple times. It does not fit in the car, and I'm really worried about wearing it at the restaurant because I don't want to stab anyone as they walk past me. I'm also feeling a little self-conscious because I feel like it's like the day after Halloween, but as Steve has said, it's the weekend after Halloween, so hopefully we'll see.
What, you guys getting married?
Yeah.
Bye, Jerry. So we'll see. We'll see if the headdress makes it in. It should at least get some pictures, I feel like, at the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at my handsome Hades. King of the Underworld.
That's right. Safety first.
I need to put on mine. Thank you. Oh my god, this is a disaster. I have so many pins. Heaven. This is so cool. Look how cute. How is it, baby?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I try it?
On the pumpkin. Yeah.
That is really good. It is somehow tiki and...
Yeah, I know, right? Tiki and Halloween.
I love it.
There we go. Let's go get me. I'm a huge fan of this one.
This is so pretty too. Thank you. What's that like?
So good?
That was so cool.
Take the heads, roast the bodies.
Spooky.
This was a 3 skull drink, which means that you're only allowed 2 of them if you drink for the night. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Made with scotch. That's crazy good. That'll get you in trouble. Let's see what Steve thinks.
Pretty good. It doesn't feel like three skulls.
That's why it's trouble. Well, hello y'all. Happy end of the night. We had a lot of fun at Permanent Vacation. Had quite a few boozy beverages, and now we are home, just finishing the night. Finishing up a bottle of red wine from the other night. 'Tis wonderful. I feel very lovely. This dress is so comfy, by the way. Like seriously, baby doll dresses are where it's at. You can eat the dinner and like not worry about feeling bloated. And the Hades and here's my Hades. There's my Hades. And look, there's Cerberus. He's such a good Hades. Oh, we love it. But yes, I was definitely feeling my Persephone vibes. And on the way home, I've talked to y'all before about Dipsy, the Dipsy app. If you like your spicy audiobooks, there was a new chapter, not new, but new to us new, a new chapter out. It was so good. It's like 12 minutes long, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in this chapter, Persephone, it's almost winter time, so it's almost time for her to go back home to her Hades. But she like feels this energy pull, and she can almost hear that Hades is in pain. And when she goes, she finds him bound, and it's because years before her, he was bound by a forest nymph. because of his playboy ways. And so Persephone is, you know, like, I mean, she's not that upset. Like, she knows their love is true. But she's like a little pissy. And she's like, oh, look at you. Like, oh, poor thing. Like, all bound. And she makes him beg to be released. It's really good. Stephen, what did you think of it?
I thought it was really good.
I made this for Stephen, by the way.
Yeah.
This is concrete.
Sure did. DIYer.
I was a DIYer. Yeah, I'm kind of a badass. Anyways, really good. You should listen to Dipsy. I'm drunk. Thanks for attending another Knitting Tipsy episode. I hope you enjoyed the Persephone dress. I really enjoyed making it and taking you along on the journey. Let me know if you have any questions. And is that everything?
I think that's everything.
Steve thinks that's everything. You're such a douche. We have to go now. We love you. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, all the things. Bye.